Alright, I'm your teacher today for turkey hunting tips and how to use certain calls. I'm Josh. Well, I'm going to teach you guys how to use the slate call first today, and then I'm going to move on to mouth calls. The first thing that you want to do with a slate call is when you get a slate call, you want to put chalk on it, like regular chalk that you would find at like a school or anywhere else that you can find chalk, and you want to put chalk all over the front side of it. I use glass because I think glass sounds better, but the glass, it also can mess up if you don't put chalk on it. So the first thing that I'm going to teach you how to do on one is I'm going to teach you how to cluck and how to hold the stick. What you want to do when you hold the stick is you want to hold it straight up. You don't want to hold it cockeyed or anything else. You just want to hold it straight up. And when you do that, and the way that you would hold this is you hold it kind of crooked so the sound in it can get out. You don't want to hold it kind of flat because I don't like holding it flat. It doesn't sound right if you hold it flat. But if you hold it crooked a little bit, it will sound better and it'll go. So the first call that I'm going to teach you guys how to do is I'm going to teach you guys how to cluck. And when you want to cluck, all you do is you hold it crooked again and you do little strokes. And you go like this. And that's the cluck. I'm also going to teach you guys how to purr. When you purr on slate calls, there are sweet spots. You'll find a sweet spot, and there's always a sweet spot on every single one, but they're always in different parts. Like on mine, my sweet spot, if you have one of these, it's on the left side, which is right here by the feather. Well, on mine, it's actually the right side. Sorry, I said left, and you do the same thing that you would do for the cluck, but you do little long strokes. So it would sound like this. And that was the purr. I'm going to also teach you guys how to yelp on one. A lot of people say you should do little C's, but that doesn't work all the time. So what you would want to do is do circles. I do circles and it comes out really good. So if you do the circles, it comes out to sound like this. I do it up towards the top by the little deuce sign, which is right here, and it'll sound like this. And that was the purr, not the purr, I'm sorry. That was the yelp. And now I'm going to teach you guys how to cut. And when you cut, all you do is you hold the call like this, and go. Or you can make noises with it too. You go. And that is the slate call. And now I'm going to move on to the mouth calls, which are the diaphrams, which I actually think are pretty easier to use than a slate call. So this is the one I'm going to teach you how to use. Well, this is the one that I'm going to use today and show you how to do certain calls. It's actually pretty old, but the way that you want to fit one in your mouth, you have these two pieces down here. at the bottom by the reed, which is this plastic piece right here. You have these two hard U-shaped thing, this one U-shaped thing that goes like this. You put the two hardened pieces that are at the bottom of it between your teeth like this. And when you want to cluck, you just push little puffs of air by it. But when you first get started, I would insist on doing calls like just trying to make noises. Or if you have a gag reflex where you can't have things in your mouth for a long time, I would say just walk around with it in your mouth for a long period of time, and it'll get that reflex of you having to gag out of your system. But the call, like sounds that you should probably try and do, you should probably try and do mew like this. It would sound like this. Making it sound like a cat. But what I did was I just went wee woo wee woo wee woo. And when I did that, it came out sounding like an ambulance or a fire truck or a police car. So it would sound like this. And on it, when you do that, you can get certain sounds like the wee woo and like other sounds that you can do. Just try and come up with other noises that you want to try to do. Also, you can try and do like the calls that I'm going to teach you how to do today. I'm going to teach you how to cluck, purr, and yelp. And I'm going to start you out with a cluck. And the cluck is all you do is push a little puff of air by it. And when you cluck, you would go like you're spitting. So you would go. But on top of that, you can also do aggressive calls with a cluck. When you would do that, you would go do the what. You would just say what repeatedly, really fast to make it sound like this. And that was it being aggressive. But if you want to do like a certain call, like a purr, there's also a fighting purr, and I will teach you how to do that too. With the purr, all you do is you do a gargling noise, a silent gargling noise with the back of your throat. And when you do that, it would be that. So it would sound like this. So that was that, and now I'm going to teach you how to do a fighting purr. And when you're hunting and you have your hat, the best way to do that when you're doing the fighting purr, you grab your hat and shake it side to side really fast, making it sound like wings. So when you do that, it would sound like this. And on that, I put a couple of yelps in there. So now I'm going to teach you how to yelp. A lot of people have different ways of teaching people how to yelp. Like, I typically don't like listening to people when they say you go you. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right at all. It doesn't even sound like a turkey. It just sounds like someone just saying you. But you would go. This is what they say. This is what it sounds like if you say you. But what I do is I do this really long whoa, and I do it like that. But it sounds better that way. So it goes like which make it sound better. And I taught you guys how to cluck and purr and yelp. So I also know how to gobble, and a lot of people don't know how to gobble, and I like teaching people how to do that. I learned how to do all of these calls on YouTube, which you are watching right now. And I also, like, when I first started, I went on to FWC.com. And FWC.com has certain turkey calls that you can listen to, and I was doing that, and when I did that, I just, like, started mocking the calls that all the turkeys were doing, and I got better and better and better. But like, I can gobble now. Since I've been turkey hunting for 3 years, I can now gobble without a turkey call. So it would sound like like that. So like, but if you want to gobble, what you would do, you don't put these parts, the two hardened pieces that you would do for like a cluck, a purr, or anything else that you would use. What you would do is you go and you put it like beaver teeth in between, like that, and you just go, you do it sound, but you do it really fast, and it would sound like this. So when you do that, you can actually get it. That's more of a locator call, and when you do that, you can get the gobblers and the toms to call back to you. And that's how you can find out where they are. And there's also a crow call, which is also a locator call. But when you want to do a crow call, you do it when you have the silence in the woods. So you would put it as the same thing as when you were to cluck, purr, or yelp, and you put your tongue to the bottom of the reed, and you do the purring noise again. But it would sound like this. To make it sound like a crow. But that's actually a pretty hard call to learn how to do for some people. For me, it was actually pretty easy, but I do the turkey calls a lot, so I learned how to do them very quickly and everything else. So thank you for listening. I'm signing out. This is Josh Craghead with you on teaching you how to do certain turkey calls. If you would like me to do any more, subscribe me, and I will, or send me a comment below, and I will teach you how to do more turkey calls. Alright, see ya.